Hello students, we are going to start a new chapter, relations and functions, although it is first chapter of your NCERT textbook. So basically relations and functions you have studied in 11th standard. So in this 12th standard we are going to study the different types of relations and what are the different kinds of functions, definitions of different types of functions and their graphs we have studied in 11th standard. This year we are not going to repeat all those definitions. Instead we are going to study the types of functions. Okay, so basically relation, everyone knows that it is a subset of a Cartesian product. Suppose there is a set A comprising of 1 and 2 elements, then A cross A, everyone knows, using Venn diagram, using arrow diagram you can show it 1 2 1 2 like this. As many possible pairing you can do it, that will give you the Cartesian product. A cross A is nothing but 1 paired to 1, then second order pair 1 comma 2, 2 comma 1, 2 comma 2. So it says that relation is basically, it is one of the subset of this Cartesian product, and specifically A cross A is called as universal relation. A cross A, this relation, see, relation is set of ordered pairs. Relation itself is it is Cartesian product can be called as a relation. It is a relation which is universal relation. Universal relation. If a relation R is defined on a Cartesian product, and if it is equal to the Cartesian product is itself to itself only, it is is given, then the relation R defined on that particular set will be called as the universal relation. Universal relation is nothing but the Cartesian product itself of the set on which the relation R is defined. This is a universal relation. There is an empty relation also. Empty relation. If none of the element is of a set A is related to any of the element, then we call it as an empty relation. R is phi. Phi. Empty relation means phi. Universal relation, empty relation. Okay. These are all last year we have studied. Just I am revising. Then we have identity relation. Identity relation. Identity relation is nothing but, suppose there is a set, there is a relation R defined on set A, such that it is set of all ordered pairs x comma y, such that x is equal to y for every x comma y belongs to set A. Or instead you can write like this, ordered pair x comma f, such that x belongs to A. Like this also you can express. It is an empty relation. Identity relation. When we talk about the graph of relation, we generally look into the relations as functions. When we consider functions, then we'll study the graph. That is done in 11th standard. Just few recalling of the concepts, previous knowledge. Now, in this class, we are going to study, in class 12th, we are going to study relations which are equivalent, symmetric, transitive, and reflexive. And with the help of an example, I would like to start. The triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Suppose this is one relation, congruency relation we are talking about. When we talk about this relation, I claim that this relation is reflexive. That means every triangle is a reflection of itself. So I will write triangle ABC is congruent to itself. Then this will become, then congruency relation is reflexive. Then I will say that congruence relation is say for example it is symmetric. Symmetric means, then suppose triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Then I will say this implies triangle PQR is congruent to triangle ABC. If you are following this path, then the reverse path is also possible. So this is symmetric. Symmetricity relation is like this. So congruence relation is symmetric. Then third relation is congruence relation is transitive as well. Transitive. Best example is like, for example, congruence relation is transitive. Triangle LMN is congruent to triangle ABC, and triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Then triangle LMN is congruent to triangle PQR. If first is congruent to second and second is congruent to third, then first is related to third. So this relation, 1 related to 2, 2 related to 3, then 1 is related to 3. It's called as transit. The relation of congruence is getting transferred from first to third with the help of 2. Okay, so this is all a small gist what we are going to study in 12th standard. It's an example of congruence relation. So when a relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive, then because of all these three properties, it will be called as an equivalence relation. Equivalence relation. So I can say that congruence relation is an equivalence relation. Now, it's just an introduction. Another examples you can think of, like parallelism, parallel lines. So line L is parallel to line M. So every line is parallel to itself, right? So it is reflexive. Parallelism is reflexive. Symmetric, yes. If line L is parallel to line M, then line M will be also parallel to line L. So symmetric, yes. Reflexive, yes. Also transitive, it is also transitive. So if line A is parallel to line B and line B is parallel to line C, then obviously line A will be parallel to line C. So it is transitive. With the help of diagram, we can explain. If you consider, say like this, a trapezium, and the transversal is cutting line L, and this AB, CD. We can say that AB is parallel to line L and line L is parallel to line DC, then AB will be parallel to line DC. Every line is parallel to itself. Line AB is parallel to line DC, then line DC will be parallel to line AB. So it is equivalence. Then similarity also is one of the example. Similarity, triangle XYZ is similar to triangle LMN. Then similarity also, every triangle is similar to itself. Then if one triangle is similar to another triangle, then that triangle is similar to back triangle. If triangle XYZ is similar to triangle LMN, and LMN is similar to triangle ABC, triangle XYZ is similar to triangle ABC. So similarity also is a best example of equivalence relation. There are many equivalence relations around us. So we need to find it out, identify, critically analyze and discuss, and then we have to locate what all important properties are there. Okay. Somewhat reflexivity deals with identity relation, so we'll talk about that later on. Now, one more thing is that we will study with the help of Cartesian product. We need to also find the ordered pairs. So there is a concept called equivalence class. Equivalence or equivalent, you can say equivalence class. Equivalence class always exists for an element or of an element. Okay. And in the ordered pair. So it is just a small introduction for relations and functions, and I will introduce with the help of a statement, opening statement, that every function is a relation, but every relation is not a function. So F implies R, but converse is not true. R need not imply F. So whatever functions are there, they are relations, but every relation is not a function. Okay. Only those relations which are either 1-1 and 1-1 onto and many one. Only these things, 1-1, many one, or onto. Okay, onto also along with these conditions, they are only the functions. Otherwise, relations can be of many type. 1-1, many one, one many, many. All these 4 types we can display with the help of diagram. This is 1-1 function. One element related to one element related to one. This is many one. Multiple elements, objects having single image. Many. One element corresponding to one element corresponding to many, and many elements corresponding to one. So it is showing all different kinds of. This is a many relation. Okay. So different types of functions are there. You need to find out and identify which is relation and which is not. So this kind of relation will never be a function. So it is not this is a function, this is a function. Even if there is some element left out in the codomain, it will be a function only. If there is no element left out in the codomain, all elements are getting mapped, then it will be onto function. Okay. Provided the condition that it is a function, then only it will be like all elements in the domain should have single images. One element in the domain should not have multiple images. Then it will be if it is so, then it will be only, then it is a function. Okay. So we'll discuss in detail in the next video about relations and functions, equivalence relation, and we'll take some exercise questions. I'm posting this video. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Much more detailing is needed because relations are not those topics which easily you will get, you will understand. You need to do it properly. First, you have to understand the concept, and then we should go for different illustrative examples. Okay.